Okay, so we're back with our next video in the series, and this is how to Sergeant Hammer. Um, so this is the second video in the HOTS series, and Sergeant Hammer is definitely a character that needs a how-to because she is very difficult to do well with, but can be devastating if played correctly. So yeah, this is a decent map to show you. I think Sergeant Hammer is one of those characters that's exceptional on some maps and worse on others. I think Sergeant Hammer's quite good at this map, quite good on this map. I think Sergeant Hammer is the shines the most on Raven Ravenlord map, the Cursed Hollow or whatever, the tribute map.
I would prepare.
Also very good on Blackheart's Bay, but you know, pretty bad on some maps like Haunted Mines and things like that. So, oh man, I forgot to go over all her talents and everything. We just jumped right into the game. Okay, you guys will see what talents I take, but I won't talk about them. And after this game, I will go over all the talents.
4, 3, 2, 1. Let your battle begin.
Okay, so I know from experience that the first two shrines are top and mid. So and there it is. All right, so yeah, let me explain what's going on with Sergeant Hammer. So Sergeant Hammer, I'll explain the one important skill that defines the character essentially is siege mode. So you can basically go into siege mode and you are from that point on until you unclick siege mode, you are a tank that is for all intents and purposes immobile. You cannot move when you are in siege mode.
In my glory.
It's just a fact. But you get astounding stats and huge auto attack damage to compensate for that. So on this map, our goal is going to be to to keep control on the shrines. And the way we do this is by setting up in a position where the enemy can't get you and where you can shoot all the enemies. So like I just did there.
My temple's power and weakness begin. You are stronger than
I'd head to a healing fountain if I were you.
So that's a situation you don't often see with Sergeant Hammer, is those one-on-one duels where people get into your range and you basically say, okay, I'm not going to move because I think I can win, and I had support coming, so I was able to there. Yeah, so the next temple we know is going to be bottom lane. So we're going to set up for it. That's the key to winning on this map, is setting up for the temples. And so because Sergeant Hammer has trouble getting around because she has no mount, and you don't want to use this ability thrusters willy-nilly because it's your most important escape tool. So instead, what you end up doing is you need to start making rotations earlier, and I also like taking the early thrusters talent. So I'm gonna set up in a strong position here and just pound away at all their characters. I'm very hard to hit where I am right now. And I'm gonna keep them, and now I'm gonna use a zoning position to keep them away from our precious shrine.
The magic of the temple sleeps. Choose a talent.
Okay, so we were able to completely capture that second shrine because I positioned earlier and better than the enemy Sergeant Hammer. She came late to the fight, like you saw, because she might be kind of unaware of those issues. Of how long it takes for this character to get around. Now, one annoying thing is this Cyclone. Sometimes it can really screw Sergeant Hammer over because it moves you around. Yeah, and I take the Napalm Strike ulti because it's usable so frequently and it does a ton of damage. You just gotta set it up right. And now, because Diablo has left this lane, we're gonna do the classic Sergeant Hammer like split push of death, where I can attack this fort from out of range and just wreck it.
Oh man, let's do that again sometime. Move it or lose it.
So they're going to be coming from... Oh. Wow, they're going to be coming from top side. So I've decided to set up my position here. And like you see, if you position correctly, usually in a bush, but basically you need someone tanking the enemies in front of you.
Boom! Shakalaka!
You're gonna be easily able to zone your enemies off objectives
We ought to capture this mercenary camp.
and
Choose a talent.
keep control of wherever you want. And like you can see, because we're capturing so many shrines, we're ahead 4 levels. They basically can no longer contest on shrines. That's the thing. You can snowball in this game. It is a possibility. Yep. I like taking the gold at mines. Because basically your goal is to keep people off you with Sergeant Hammer.
Choose a talent.
So this is where we need our mobility to move around the fight to where we need to be in order to get all the kills. And the thing is, their team is not correctly focusing me as they should be. And so when you're in a precarious position like this, you wanna block off the entrance routes of the enemy with the mines, and that'll dismount them, and it'll also give you time. And watch, we're gonna turn this fight around into a completely devastating turn back because we're just so ahead in levels. They can't deal damage to us. They can't kill us. So this is a good strong position. You stay outside of tower's range. And make sure the mines have a decently long duration. You can lay a couple sets of mines. And I'm gonna cheat a little bit here. Oh, it was pretty close actually to killing Illidan. I stayed a little too long. I didn't realize my whole team had left the base. I wanted to from here you're outside of this tower's range, this keeps range, and you're outside of the base range, and you can from inside their base just take the shrines. But the thing is, my team is capturing all the shrines because I was diverting all their attention. And they have so much to deal with, and we're so ahead that our shrines are just going to destroy their final buildings and eventually their base. So this map, really, the most out of all of them, even more than Blackheart Bay, is the one where if you just can take all the objectives and hold all the objectives, you're going to be so ahead in levels, and you're going to just win. It's just going to blast their core down, and there's nothing they can do about it.